Microphone activated.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CyberGamer TV. My name is Gaz, and alongside me casting tonight will be the wonderful Warhammer.
Thank you very much, guys, and good evening, viewers. I must say, guys, I'm pretty excited about this game.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the bigger ones, especially in terms of sort of the fan bases and who everyone knows. I mean, you've got H2k, the team that's been on top of the COD 4 scene for I don't know how long now. They've been up there for quite some time against eSuba, who've pretty much got an all-star lineup when you think about it. You've got Paradox, you've got Lubo, Sexax, like some really big Czech names there. So we should be in for a fantastic game, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, and well. As we were speaking of in like Skype and TeamSpeak, and I am really confident this map is going all the way. This game is going for 3 maps. That's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm thinking of. If you check these lineups, I mean, H2k has maybe a little bit of the, with all due respect, lesser names, but still very skillful players, and well, they're all pretty familiar with the map, so this could be one awesome evening of COD.
Yeah, I mean, you say lesser names, but you've also got to take into consideration that this H2k side, they've been playing consistently for past I don't know how many years, whereas eSuba, a few of their players have taken breaks, not really played. I mean, Sexax probably came back a good couple of months ago now, but after coming back from a really long break. The same with Lubo and Paradox. I guess they're not really playing too much early in sort of these CGI games these days. So really, hang on, that music is just blasted up loud on the stream. Jesus, my ears have just popped. And and everyone else is going to get that. But anyway, yeah, so they've got players that haven't really played consistently, whereas H2k, just that team that's been playing for a little longer. But as well as that, you've got Hepo, who's been coming in for this H2k side. I've never actually heard of Hepo, have you?
No, to be quite honest, I haven't. I mean, I'm guessing he's a fairly good player. I mean, H2k wouldn't pick him up if he wasn't. So,
yeah,
well,
very true.
I'm pretty excited and curious to see what this Hepo can do.
Yeah, I'm the same. He's an unknown entity, an enigma, as you will. So someone I've not really heard of. I don't think I've actually just heard the name in general. Some of the players I may have heard of just from being around the COD 4 scene, but not really seen them play or anything. But this guy, I don't even think I've actually heard of the name. So that's gonna be interesting for sure.
Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of these H2k players play in other teams. I mean, we all know Cindy, we know Replan and stuff. So yeah, well, there's like I said, it's with all due respect, and I said lesser in in another context. It's not really, these guys are no less than the eSuba players, but I mean as a team, I mean, eSuba has a long-lasting lineup, seeing with like Paradox and the Bushman. You just said they have had a little bit of a sabbatical from the game. Mm-hmm. All right, that may be possible, but playing COD is like riding a bike.
Yeah, that's true.
You never forget how to do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could be rusty, but in Paradox's case, we saw him, I think a couple of weeks ago with some epic no-scopes and beautiful smoke shots. So I don't really think he forgot how to play this game.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. I think that's a good point as well, as the fact that you don't really lose what you have on COD. You just take a while to, get back into the swing of things. Remember those nades and smokes that you once knew. Just get your aim on point a little bit. But once you've got that, you're sort of back to where you was many years ago after that break. So yeah, it's definitely a fair point. I believe we're waiting for one person to ready up. That is going to be the streamer, of course. I just want to say a quick thank you to a few people who have followed the channel recently. That is Nepster, No Dark, Bukamad, something like that. Bircho, see, I'm a bit shocked. Bircho, I just followed the channel, disappointed. Renzi and Sebastiano HD. So thank you to all of those who have followed the channel. It is appreciated. And for those of you wondering why the hell would you even bother, of course, when you do follow the channel, you get notified when we go live, so you can make sure you don't miss out on any of the action.
And
So,
when you start following CyberGamer TV, you start following us, and we are very grateful, which also means, as we have shown you now, you get a nice shout out on stream, because we really appreciate you guys following us and jumping on the stream already. We already had almost 300 viewers and the game wasn't even started yet, so that is a good omen for, I hope, a lovely gaming evening between those two teams. Why don't you guys give us? Yeah, well, you did it in a sense, but give us a nice lineup
lineup roster
rundown.
rundown. Yeah, okay. So for H2K, we do have obviously the regular names, excluding Hepo. So we've got Sinde, Almost, Replan, Tones, and Hepo. I believe I'm not. They're missing two of their regular players because Tones replaced someone. I guess it was Jansui, and then Fakey's being replaced for Hepo tonight because he's just not as active anymore. And then for eSuba, we have got CDE, Paradox, Janny, Libashmi, and Sexax. Of course, for those of you maybe wondering who CDE and Janny are from previous times, they used to play for the quite successful side of Cyborg Factory. I think it was.
Yeah, indeed, Cyborg Factory.
Yep, so that's where they came from, but now, of course, they are playing along the likes of Paradox, Lubo, and Sexax, so this should, for sure, be an interesting match, and we are just going to get underway into the knife round.
Well, it's nice to be picked up by a team like eSuba. It gives it gives everybody a view of how these players have been competing in Cyborg Factory. So it's a decent pickup for eSuba, and well, the way they've been playing, it's they really have been stepping up and they've been gelling as a team. So I'm really looking forward to this. Really
Yep.
am.
It should be good. But so H2K did actually just win that knife round, so eSuba are opting to eliminate Backlot first as the map, which is quite interesting because I think from the previous games we have seen on CyberGamer, Backlot's usually been the one that's been sort of that third map that's been left over, but it has been taken out. And H2K then decide we don't want to play Crossfire.
Oh, that's
so,
too bad.
Yeah, so we got Strike, Crash, and City Streets left up. And it looks like eSuba actually going to go for City. So City will be the first map played tonight, which is fantastic, actually. I quite like that map. It's not played all that much, I guess, compared to some of the other maps. And then Strike will be second, so it will be Crash. That is that third deciding map.
On one hand, I'm happy that they removed Crossfire, but on the other hand, I'm kind of sad. Because I really wanted to see the scope battle between Paradox and Replan. I mean, those were two back in the day, and it's it sounds like years ago when you say back in the day, but they used to be two of the best scopes in the game, and well, they still are. Don't get me wrong, they still are. But I really was looking forward to a clash on Crossfire. But on the other hand, you know, Crossfire is a very scope-orientated map, so that would mean we were going to follow or the scopes or the SMGs, because the AKs are a little bit nullified in Crossfire.
Yeah,
So
well,
I'm pretty happy on the picks of the maps. I mean, these maps are very well balanced, and there's room for everything to spectate, like the AKs, the SMGs, the scopes. I mean, it's more balanced in
an
a way
all-rounder.
of the guns.
Yeah, I mean, we say a lot like SMGs for Crossfire, but from some of the previous games we've seen, the SMGs have actually been the ones that have been the important factor in it. I mean, we've seen Dividay Granted playing, and Dakas actually was sort of the reason his team was able to get such a grasp on that map, simply just being able to get into that A house.
Yeah, well, that
Cross,
really
so.
was the Daka show. He was going like 16-3 in like the first half alone.
Yeah, but actually, while we are just waiting for these ready up, we have got a few more followers on the channel, so I guess I will
Oh, cool, yeah.
personally thank everyone. So that is Alfie CZ, Lilliput FC, Zols22, the Samuel G. I'm a bit disappointed in you as well, Samuel. We've got Jocelyn98, Dyson, Green Smile CZ, and then Dr. Dunder. So thank you to everyone who has just followed. It is really appreciated.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we.
Quite a few followers as well.
Yeah,
This is pretty good.
that's indeed that's pretty cool. And looking at the stream right now, I see 354 viewers. So, guys,
Fantastic.
we can't thank you enough for tuning in and making it worthwhile for us as well. I mean, I really love casting for a lot of you guys, and I hope you guys appreciate the work we do at CyberGamer as well. And I hope you uh, also are going to enjoy this game as much as we hope to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be doing this even if there was 20 people, just simply
Yep.
because it's nice to watch a bit of CUD 4 and it's nice to talk over a bit of CUD 4.
Yeah,
And
it's
of
more of
course,
like
these teams as well.
yeah, it's the whole FPS scene is dropped down the drain a little bit. I mean, you've got like League has been jumping up the last couple of years, and now you have the LCS, which has like 1 million viewers every night. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but there has been a recent resurgence, sort of within CS:GO. I mean, they're now getting. I mean, it's nowhere close to MOBAs, but they're getting roughly 100,000 players peak now, which was nowhere near that a couple of months ago before they implemented all these different features into the game and such. So it's actually good to see that one. But yeah, I mean, we've got COD 4 at the moment. It's still the game most of us love and enjoy. There's nothing really that's sort of competed with that. No real developers took on sort of a similar structure, I guess, to how Pro Mod works in COD 4, and everyone just loves the feel of it and such. So, I mean, it would be cool if a new game was to come out that was pretty much COD 4 Pro Mod. I mean, it would be everyone's dream, I guess, because money would be pumped back into the scene, tournaments and everything would go from there. But that is wishful thinking, of course. But we just make do with what we've got, and hopefully all you guys enjoy what we're doing at the moment on CGTV, bringing you some live COD 4 action. And,
Well, I must say they actually have tried to implement a sort of pro mod in, I believe it was Modern Warfare 3 or the first Black Ops. It's
there was a pro
one.
mod. There was a mod made. It was called X mod or XK or K something mod. I can't remember. It had some weird name, but it was created for Black Ops 1. But because of how late the mod tools had came out for Black Ops and it wasn't really adapted from the start, it just didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, and I've been playing those games as well, like MW3, Black Ops 2, and well, Black Ops 2 is, in my opinion, the best one out of all the games that they have
I loved Black Ops 2.
released from after COD 4, but it still didn't have the right feel.
Yeah, the movement wasn't great in it. It was.
Oh.
It had a good public game. The public game was quite fun, but other than that, it wasn't that great. But it looks like they're not even going to go for knives in this map. They are just going to go straight up live. So, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, sure. Let's get it on the way. We see Johnny here getting the first kill on Arvid, which is Tones, but Arvid is his new name. CDE does follow up with a grenade on a replan. CDE with a second frag here on, I think that's Hippo. Cinder does reply, takes down Paradox, so scope down. CDE, third frag of the round on Cinder. CDE absolutely on fire here. That almost nades down Johnny. We still have CDE alive, so I'm specking him right now. He is spamming through that wall, trying to wallbang Wooden. Almost is there, just caught between three players. Between a rock and a hard place here, does manage to take Luberschmidt down. Still has two more players to contend with. He's now just strolling in the middle of the street, nothing to worry about. And the bomb is still nowhere to be found. Some random wall bangs going out here. It doesn't manage to hit anybody. But now he has a problem. The bomb is loose. He has to get there or kill 2 people. Let's see. Oh, beautiful shot there on CDE in market. Now it's a 1v1. And he actually has a chance to go for it, but he has to go for the bomb plant right now. 6 seconds on the clock. Is he still on time with that plant? Yes, he is.
Planted.
And now, already trying to blow up the car. A heavy firefight now between Sexaz and Almost. Sexaz on top here. Managed to take him down and make it a easy defuse here for eSuba, which brings them on the board as first blood for 1-0.
Yeah, unfortunately, my game did crash just at the start of that round, so I missed most of it. Unfortunately, yeah, so I didn't really see what was going on in terms of the positioning, but I guess we'll just take it away with Sunday. Actually, ooh, Kaija, who is, what's his name, Meepo? He's unfortunately disconnected. Sunday just actually drops to his death. Unfortunate there for him at the moment. It's looking good for eSuba as Lubo does a nice push and taking Almost down with that headshot. Replant now just backing off with the scope as he's a little bit scared that there is going to be an eSuba player pushing, and he's right to think that it's CDE facing him, taking down the shots, and Zexax is there ready to trap him in, and there we go. Gianni with the final kill of that round, and a strong round there for eSuba, and a strong start so far.
There's only 1 man lost. 2-0 up. eSuba looking pretty strong here. They are on the defensive side, which usually was the preferred side here on this map. Like we said before when this map was played, on attack, yeah, you have the problem. You only have 2 ways to get out of the spawn, and those areas are mostly heavily naded. Well, now it's nade fest altogether, yeah. Sekta's getting a nade frag, Replan getting a nade frag. Lubishmir with the SMG takes down Sunday. CDE follows up on Hippo. Now it's Replan last man standing, and Paradox puts him out of his misery with the R700. 3-0, and well, it's going fast and it's going pretty furious.
Yeah, no reply at the moment from H2k, looking to struggle a little bit on this attacking side, not really managing to find too many holes to break through, and because of that they're just getting shut down pretty immediately. Let's watch Sinde actually as he has the SMG. There is 2 players over towards his side, it is Gianni and Lubo, and Sinde now just being cautious as he's got shot from the top of that street, so I guess he's expecting another player to be assisting him. Great grenade there coming out from Replay and taking down Gianni, which is going to open this site a little bit as Lubo shuts down Sinde, lying there in a simple position, and he's tagging up Kaija as well. He's just getting tagged up through the wall. Will Lubo make this kill? No, and Kaija with a headshot onto him, and he's going to break towards the bomb now and try and get it down. There is a player at the top of this street in the form of Sexax, and what is he going to be able to do is he has 3 players to find, and he's just getting shot and pounded upon from 2 different players, and Kaija with another great headshot there from the AK will take that kill, and H2k finally on the board winning a round, and that's going to make it 3-1 to eSuba.
Well, if it wasn't one of the 2 players in front who would have killed Sexaz, I'm guessing it would be the one that was coming from the market stabs on the backside for the backstab. Anyway, he did get taken down, so finally around on the board here. Now hopefully they can get another couple of rounds on the board. eSuba now with a quick 1-2. Johnny and CDE with a double fragger on Cindy and Replan. Almost and Hippo lost 2 men standing. Almost with a beautiful headshot that takes down Johnny from the top of double doors. Wow, Almost has a lot of tags and a lot of quick reflexes there. But Sexas takes him down in the end, leaving Hippo as the last man standing. Gold AK and bomb in hand. Does manage to take down CDE in market. Still has 2 players to find. And does manage to spot one there at the top street. There's also one in the wooden, but Sexas with the reflexes takes him down. Well, momentum broken again, and it's 4-1 for eSuba.
Yeah, I mean, eSuba looking strong at the moment on this defensive side. H2k only were able to break through once, and that was after they pushed fairly aggressive towards B. Not really seeing it too much at the moment. It seems to be Lubo holding down that side, but I guess we'll see what H2k can do going towards his side. Johnny picking up Arvid, who was making his way towards A, but he's shut down immediately, and at the moment it's just eSuba locking down everything, because it's only Kaija and Almost left up at the moment, and it's not looking too good for them as Almost goes down and shortly followed after down goes Kaija, and that is going to make it 5-1 at the moment. And yeah, H2k really need to come up with something here.
Well, I really expected it to be a bit closer at this stage, but well, eSuba looking pretty strong here on the defensive side at City. And, well, Lubashmir was... Oh, Sex has that beautiful plus 15, I think, on Sinde, Ovid, and Almost. And, yeah, well, cars can explode, as the players of H2k have now realized. Paradox here with the 4th frag of this round. And, wow, he takes out his own teammate there, trying to wallbang the parking lot. And he does manage to take out his own teammate. Pretty epic there. Hippo, now last man standing, does manage to take down CDE, but gets backstabbed by Lubashmir. 6-1.
Yeah, and you can. I guess it's sort of just, you can tell the fact that H2k don't have the 5 players that they had a couple of seasons ago. They just don't seem to have the synergy that they once had, and it just seems that the teamwork isn't all there at the moment with these sort of 2 new players. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do to try and get back into shape, because H2k aren't doing quite as dominant as they once would have in CGI. So that's quite interesting. It looks like H2k have actually opted for this B site, but 3 players are already shut down, so that's gonna be a big struggle now for them to try and retake it. As Almost actually spots 1 player at the top, Paradox just behind that car, tries to throw some shots but doesn't actually tag anything, but Paradox killing his teammate by the side of him, and Almost eventually falls, and it's 7-1 now, and that's a 6-round lead for eSuba.
I think that's like the 2nd or 3rd round that eSuba only lost like 1 or 2 men. I mean, they are playing pretty strong right now, and I'm pretty impressed. And it's a little bit disappointing how H2k is playing. I mean, they looked so strong in the last game we streamed featuring them, and now it seems that the whole momentum of that last game is just gone. I mean, eSuba is actually destroying them right now. CDE with the first nade frag on Replan. Almost does reply, taking CDE now, but Sexa is on Almost. Sinde does reply. Johnny is the one who falls. 3 on 3. And the bomb is going towards that wishing well. Arvid has taken on Paradox. Did take a lot of damage. Manages to regen. 2 on 2. Make that 2 on 1. Arvid. Oh, wow.
Lubo should not have lost that.
No.
He had the pre-aim on him, he was looking at him, he got the first shots on him, yet I can't remember who it was, but he just managed to outmaneuver him, and because of that, H2k ended up winning a round that they probably shouldn't have, and I guess eSuba aren't going to be too happy about that. If you look at the moment, actually, it looks like that eSuba are spreading their forces towards B. There's only 1 eSuba player over at A, and if Kaija and Sinde can work together well here, they might be able to break towards the site and get some form of hold on it, able to plant the bomb. And there's 2 H2k players over towards B who are just playing the bait. Kaija trying to tag up CDE and Market, but he's able to get away and will continue to do so as he's now just sitting in B arches while the rest of his team bait out. And it looks like actually Replan's just going to push into B arches, and that's a bad decision as he gets taken down by CDE with the AK. Sinde jumping across towards A, and still only 1 player at A, and it looks like H2k have opted for the wrong bomb site as his teammates are just getting taken down around him, and Sexax with the final kill. Down goes Sinde, and probably a bad decision there from H2k to go B.
Yeah, and again, they only lose Paradox, who is the only man to go down, and, well, it looks really impressive what they're doing right now. There's not much else I can say about it. I mean, now Lubashmir opening the score with a nade on Almost. CDE follows up again with a fast frag of his own on Arvid. still, Hippo does take down the CDE as a reply, but Paradox and Johnny now with a quick 1-2, making Sunday last man standing. And again, it's Lubashmir cleaning up, taking down Sunday with that deagle. Wow, 9-2. Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely more one-sided at the moment than what I thought of. But it could just be the sides. So I'm just actually going to spectate CDE, who is currently top fragging for eSuba. He's on 13 frags and 7, shortly behind his Sex with 12 and 5. And a great little aggressive push there by CDE across the market with the AK. Will be able to take down Sinde. Picks up an SMG. 2 players jump out. He's not able to utilise any of them, but Sexax pushing up onto Catwalk, taking down Kaija. Arvid with the aggressive push. And it looks like now the bomb actually hasn't been taken to a site as of yet. So the struggle is real with H2k, and the last player is Sexax. I think he may know where this bomb is, so that's perhaps why he's sitting a little bit more passive on Catwalk, and it looks like he might meet Almost, who has just pushed towards platform, but he's not going to bother with that. He's just going to back off and just try and make sure this bomb doesn't get picked up, as it's going to be Replan who's going to start to make his way towards it. And actually it's going to be Sexax who's shooting, and Replan goes for the pre-fire. If it sneaked up, he maybe might have been able to get a little bit of a surprise kill there onto Sexax. He's going to pick up the bomb now and push towards B, and let's just have a look what Sexax is going to do. And he does have the AK, and he's now got 2 players to try and take down or stop this plank going down. Looks like it was a fake, and it might be a full rotate, as it looks like that's going to be the case. So Sexax probably going to read that now. He's just going to look around frantically. Actually, he still thinks they're at B, so the bomb's probably going to get down at A, and there's going to be nothing he can do about it. And now he's going to have to push all the way across the map to try and get this bomb defused, as it was a nice little bait and switch there coming out of H2k. And Sexax opts to try and go for the... great shots there from Almost, taking down the barrel. Sexax probably should have been a bit wary of that, the big red thing in front of his face, but it doesn't matter. He goes down, and finally H2k get another round.
Well, if you haven't played this game for a little while, you could forget that they also have exploding barrels. And in that case, I think that was the case. And well, 9-3 still looking very strong for eSuba, but now they are on the attacking side, and well, let's just see how their attack is going. In the meantime, I want to say that we only need 16 more viewers to reach the 500, so guys, I absolutely love all of you, and well, I'm really hoping we can get those last 20 to 16 viewers, reach that 500 mark that we want so much. And well, getting back into this game, it's Replan here who gets tagged up pretty heavily there. He's still in spawn, just trying to get a peek at that catwalk. Doesn't see anything. Sinde here taking first blood. Johnny goes down. A triple kill there from Replan. Oh my god, what a nade. Replan going absolutely massive there with the nade. And all of a sudden, it's only CDE last man standing. Oh, wow. That was epic. And, well, the bomb is in the car park, and it's going to get camped. And Arvid last kill on CDE, 9-4. And, oh, wow. What a nade there from Replan. Wow.
Yeah, and it's exactly what H2k needed after going so far behind on the attacking side. They're going to really need some aggressive pushes, some really fast rounds to try and put eSuba on the back foot and really make them think about trying to attack a bomb site, because that's exactly what eSuba did to them. And at the moment it looks like the bomb's going towards B, but Arvid is the one to shut down the bomb carrier. Paradox goes down, who was holding it. But at the moment it's a man apiece, and it looks like eSuba aren't going to try and commit to the bomb site quite as yet. And Sexax actually going to see a player to his right, and he doesn't actually spot him in the time. And Kaija picks up that frag with the headshot, and it looks like at the moment H2k have this bomb site on lockdown, and they're just playing to peek these little headshots. And great shots coming out of Kaija again with that AK. Goes for the player on stairs, which I think is Sinde. Well, actually, no, I think it's CDE. And, oh, he's actually able to pick up that frag, and Replan picks up the other player, who's Lubo. And another great round from H2k, and that's exactly what they're going to need if they want to try and take this map.
Well, it seems now that the defensive side is pretty much preferred here. I mean, eSuba had a decent run here on the defensive side, going 9-3 up at halftime, and well, now the first 2 rounds of the second half are both for H2k. H2k looking pretty strong now in this on this half, on the defensive half. So let's see what they can do. It's for cut understandings. It's a little bit of a slow round here. Just as I say it, Replan opens the score with that R700 kill on Johnny. Lupashmir does reply, takes down Sinde with the SMG. Almost takes a revenge there. Takes down Sexaz, making it a 4-on-3 in favor of H2k.
Explosives planted.
CDE has taken down Replan. Now Scope is down. The Hippo does reply. CDE goes down for his efforts. Lubashmir now taking down Hippo, avenging his fallen teammate. 2-on-2. Beautiful shot there from Arvid on Lubashmir in near the wishing well area. Paradox does take Arvid down, making it a 1v1. It's almost versus Paradox. The bomb has been planted on the wishing well. Almost has to defuse it. Is he going for the full defuse? He is trying to, but Paradox takes him down with that SMG. And the momentum of H2k is broken once again. It is now Paradox who makes it 10-5 in favor of eSuba, and a timeout has been called.
Almost embarrassing there for Paradox with those shots onto the diffuser. He'd ended up shooting the barrel in the end, and then I think by the time he'd realised actually he's not going to die while I'm shooting through this, I better move slightly to the left and get the shots on, and I guess maybe one more second of mistake from Paradox would have caused the round to be won for H2k, and he would have definitely been hit himself for that. But yeah, looks like a timeout was called. CDE still to ready up. Maybe it's a tactical decision, or maybe not. Maybe it's just a player had to sort out something. But we're going to get back into this game, as currently the score is 10-5 in favour of eSuba. eSuba took the defensive side pretty convincingly, 9-3. And at the moment, H2k pulling it back slightly, doing better on this round. But we're going to see what the aggressive SMG Sinde can do as he pushes up towards car park. He's not going to be able to do anything because he's taken down by Jani, who is the other SMG. And it looks like all the focus for eSuba is going to be on the A site, as there is a player just pushing up into Flowers, and Jani picks up the headshot onto Almost, and Kaija getting the tag onto Jani, but doesn't manage to pick up the frag, and it's only Kaija and Replan left, as Replan able to even things up slightly, taking out Paradox with that headshot. There is 3 players left up for eSuba, and if Kaija plays this properly, he could help his team out, but he doesn't, as Jani picks up the frag onto Replan, which should have been protected really from Kaija. Looks like the bomb is going to get down, planted by Lubo, and he was actually going to push towards Archie's, which was the wrong decision, as Kaija just pre-fires into it and able to take him down. And CDE just going to be watching Archie's here, so he can see the cross at the moment he does it, and he would have probably just seen Kaija there, and CDE just going to slowly make his way towards it. As the smoke is pretty clever there from Kaija, but he's got to be careful now. He doesn't know where CDE is, and he's gone for the fake, and CDE, like a snake, gonna just slowly prone around there, and easy kill for him, and good round for eSuba, good take and good aggressive push on A.
Now that's what I call an assassin, just crawling on your belly in the arch and just waiting for the exact moment to take down your foe. Very well played there from CDE. 11-5. So only 2 more rounds needed on the board for eSuba to get a victory in this first map. As Sinde opens on Paradox, so Scope is down here. CDE does reply, takes down Sinde, so Paradox has been avenged. Sexaz there with a frag on Arvid. Johnny with the double kill, plus 10 here, almost, and Replan go down as Sexaz cleans up, making it 12-5 for eSuba, so only 1 more round needed.
Yeah, map point here for eSuba. They're going to be feeling extremely confident, especially if they win this round going into the next map, winning 13-5 against H2k is no small feat, but it looks like eSuba have stepped up the game from the last time I watched them, and at the moment they're just full of confidence, just pushing onto these sites, and it's nothing H2k can really do about it. As we're going to watch Sexax pushing up with the AK, just as you do, taking down Arvid, and just going to continue to push aggressively. The bomb will not go down on B, as it's Paradox, the bomb carrier, who was taken down, and shortly after almost followed up with a kill. But CDE and Sexax just saying, no, you're not even going to try and clutch this round. And as it stands at the moment, it's going to be 3v1. Sinde last man. The bomb will go down. Sinde just trying to fire shots towards the bomb planter, but not able to pick up that frag in the end. And Sinde just going to suicide. Knows you can't really do it. They're just going to take the forfeit on this map and lose it. And eSuba are going to take the first map 13-5.
Yeah, that last jump from Sydney was just a total kamikaze attempt to get a kill, and well, unfortunately, he didn't get it. So well, eSuba looking. They had a little bit of a dip in the beginning of the second half, but they managed to recover from that and took the first map. So now we're getting Strike, and well, Strike is a lovely map, and it can go either way if you land some decent nades. Well, let's just see what's going to happen. We still need to wait for some players to ready up. I'm not sure if they're going to do a knife again, or if they are just happy with the way they are.
But I might as well, while we have got this short downtime, just shout out some more followers. We got quite a few
Always
since
good.
the last time we shouted out. So I'll quickly go through them. So we have By2 Olak, One Gear Livestream, Blazy, Krazula. This is a hard name to say. I'm going to try and attempt to say it, but it's probably not going to come out right. It is Quiculuja, maybe something like that, something along those lines. Lol 123321, fantastic name there, very creative. Please write a book. Excellent. Mize, Dan Bentner, Abeka, Solarin, and Worst Mid EUNE. Thank you all those to following, and I'm going to ready up and we're going to get this game underway, and we're going to find out if they're going to knife the sides. It's going to be interesting because I think H2k, after losing that map so convincingly, are going to want to have as much of an advantage as they can.
No, they're going live instantly. And by the way, that name you just said, lol123321, had a question in the chat a little while back. He was asking if anybody could confirm that Arvid was Robez, but it's not Robez. I think his name was Tobez, and
No,
I'm not sure
Tones.
or Tones.
Yeah.
So that's not the guy you were referring to.
Yep. So it's so it's Tones and
Yep.
The round.
Yeah, Kaijako is Hippo.
Yeah, Hippo.
Just to clarify.
I keep forgetting the name, but it's Hippo. But the round has started, and so far, H2k are the ones that look like they're going to take it, as Replan actually tags up CDE with the Deagle. And it is H2k, of course, who are on the defensive side, so it's going to be Suba who need to try and plant this bomb. But the bomb is over towards Sinde, so CD going to struggle a little bit here to try and get the bomb. His teammates not left it in the best position, and there we go. CD caught off guard. Sinde with the simple shots there from Flower is going to take the round, and H2k are the winners for this first round.
And a nice little thing to comment on was that we almost reached the 500. We had a max of 493 viewers. So, if you guys have any friends that are kind of bored on this Tuesday evening, and you think, hey, let's all go watch some COD together, drag them onto this Twitch channel, and I'm really hoping we can get the 500 tonight. It would be totally awesome if we could. Getting back into this game, H2k still with a full 5-man lineup here. Lubishme and CDE have been taken out. Replan here on fire with a second frag here on Paradox. He was on his regular spot again. And now Johnny with a double frag takes down Hippo and Replan. And now Cindy with a double frag, finishing the round off for H2k, which is, well, it looked like it was their run, and then it kind of switched back into eSuba's favor. But in the end, H2k took it, and are now 2-0 up.
Yeah, and we're just going to follow Sinde, who's coming on top 6-0 as it stands at the moment. So good scores coming out of him so far. Only 2 rounds in, that's averaging three kills a round, which is, if he can keep that up, he'll have a phenomenal score at the end of this. And eSuba just going down wherever they go. And Lubo actually coming around with the flank, taking down Sinde from the back with that pistol. And it was Kaiser who was tagged up, so he's just going to back off. It also tagged up with a nade. Probably should have died there. He's on minimum health. But it is now left down to Lubo, who does actually spot a player on statue, tagging him up, and that's almost on the statue. So he's still trying to go for that kill. He's not too fussed about done at the moment. He knows he has 2 teammates to try and get the frags in the end, and Lubo getting tagged up heavily by Kaiser, but Lubo getting great shots off onto him with the headshot. 2 players left to find. Almost and Arvid are these 2 players inside of A, and Lubo now starting to push pretty heavily. He's got to be careful there from single palm, and he's just not that cautious, and because of that he's taken down from Arvid, and H2k find themselves 3 rounds to the good.
H2k looking pretty strong now in the beginning of the second map. There was a little question in the chat who won the first map, and that was eSuba with a 13-5. Another little question, what was pretty funny to read, is people are asking, where is Stevie? Well, I kind of know that Stevie is on the roster for EC Visualize, but he has only played, I think, 1 game for them, so he's more of like a fanboy filler for the team. Speaking,
or an honorary member, you could say.
Yeah,
honorary
member sounds a lot more decent, so let's just go with honorary member. So, but I don't know if he's coming back to active play or not, but anyway, I think he has played for EC Visualize, so maybe in the future you will see Stevie back on this stream. We all hope that it is going to be so. Back into this game, Sexas with a double kill on Replan and almost. Still has 3 players to find, so he needs to ace this to win this for his team. And he cannot, because he was totally trapped in Overlook. And Cindy was the one to take him down. 4-0 up for H2k.
Yeah, good positioning by the 3 players. They knew where he was exactly, and there's only one way out. So he was completely trapped there, not able to do too much. And we're just going to actually follow it off with Paradox. I haven't seen too much of what he's been doing with this sniper. From the last map I saw, he didn't do too well, but he does spot up Replan straight away, able to pick up that frag. Jumps again just to see if we can see anything at double palms. Isn't going to actually see anything, and now he's just going to be watching guard just to make sure there's no one there so his team can start to push forward towards this B site. And Paradox actually missing a shot, but his teammate picked up the frag in the end. And it looks like now Paradox with the bomb and the sniper is going to move in towards this B bomb, smoke it out, and then try and get this bomb down. But he doesn't even need to, as Jenny picks up the last frag. Very good round there from eSuba, something they needed after going 4-0 down. And eSuba pick up that round.
Well, luckily they now have a round on the board, so maybe that gives them a little bit more confidence here. I want to check out the scopes a little bit. I want to go with Paradox. He is the bomb carrier, the eternal bomb carrier here for eSuba. He makes his way towards Flower, trying to check those double palms there. This one didn't manage to land a shot. Sydney does manage to land a couple of shots on Luberschmidt there, takes him down. And Johnny immediately replies with a kill on Almost. Now it's Arvid who takes down CDE. And Replan here with a kill on Sexas, giving H2k a 4-2 advantage player-wise. And Paradox still going with that bomb towards that B. Arvid has managed to take down Johnny as well, so Paradox was the last man standing, thank you Sinde. Sinde takes him down, and well, momentum from eSuba that they were hoping to gain has been broken once again by H2k, who are now 5-1 up.
Yeah, and what I'd like to say there is something I guess you don't sort of see at the lower levels, but Sinde, once he'd pushed Paradox and Paradox knew where he was, his teammate had been trying to, started to make a fast flank, so if Sinde had actually gone down, his teammate was there ready, and so Paradox really had no chance there. But H2k, another fast round, Yanni finds himself all alone, manages to take down one in the form of Kaija, and Jenny now just pushing out ever so strong, pushing towards B, but the bomb is over towards Amid Street, and H2k have swarmed all around it, so Jenny finds himself in the spawn of H2k, but not going to be able to do much, as Almost is already looking towards him, and he goes down extremely fast and strong there, around there from H2k, and that means they're going to find themselves 6-1 up.
Well, it's the complete opposite of the first map. In the first map, eSuba went on a rampage in the beginning of the game, and well, it looks like the rampage momentum has been switched over to H2k. But as I say that, H2k gets totally destroyed there by eSuba. eSuba only losing Johnny here. Sinde, last man standing for H2k, needs to find 4 more players to win this round. He does manage to find one decent, nice deagle shot there on CDE. Bomb has been planted. There is a player in mid shop right next to him. They are going to meet, and Sexas is the one who says hello and goodbye with the AK, pumps him full of lead, and now 6-2, but still the lead for H2k.
Yeah, and I think the kills overall are distributed quite evenly between both teams. It's Gianni who's actually on top at the moment for eSuba, 8 frags, and Sinde on top for H2k, but it was Paradox who got the first frag at this round, picking up that grenade kill into A, which means his team are going to start to utilise that as they make their way towards there. And let's just see what's happening actually, as Gianni's already in A, and 2 players find themselves going down quickly, Kaija and Almost with their headshots, and Gianni's just going to push replan here at Palms, killing him. So now Sinde, who has actually managed to wrap all around the back, isn't going to find this position as much of an advantage, as he's left all alone, and he's got 4 of the eSuba players to find. And interesting enough, actually, he's going to make his way into Overlook, and he's going to meet a player there, and it is going to be Paradox. And he gets down, picked up the second frag as well onto Sexax, but too quickly there, CD reacted upon it, and down goes Sinde. And so eSuba actually managing to get some round on the scoreboard now.
That was pretty unlucky. I know what the thought was behind the sneak up there in Overlook. There was a incoming knife, but unfortunately there was a little bit too much movement there, which forced him to just shoot his opponent with his gun in hand. Now H2k starting off the round pretty decently with Kaija Ko taking down Johnny, and Arvid following up on CDE. Kaija Ko here with his second frag on Sexas. Luberschmidt does reply on Almost. Luberschmidt out with a +10. Takes down Hippo as well. And Arvid does reply. Luberschmidt has been taken down for his efforts. Paradox now last man standing. Tries to kamikaze no scope from Underlook, but it doesn't manage to hit. So that basically means it is now 7-3 for H2k, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Lubo actually managed to get that +10 inside of A then. He definitely shouldn't have got it, as I can't remember which play it was, but one of the H2k players knew exactly where he was looking at him, but still wasn't able to take him down. But Jenny, with an aggressive push, taking down 2 players, as it's Sinde and Replan who find themselves down, and Jenny's actually opted to go towards the B side, which means his teammate is going to shortly follow up with that bomb. There is a player sitting in the top of the spawn house for H2k, which is Kaija. And Jenny now just going to slowly sneak around, as Almost picks up the frag onto Sexax. And at the moment it's 3v3, but it looks like eSuba are still going to opt for this B plant, as there's 2 players situated towards A, 1 in the spawn house at B. And if he's taken down, then eSuba are going to find themselves in a strong position to plant. And Johnny actually picking up the frag onto Almost. There is still a player in that house. Will he be able to do anything from that position? Let's follow his eyes as Kaija with the AK does spot up one player, doesn't actually manage to tag up anything, and 3 players now going to know exactly where he is. He's going to jump out, try and take down his bomb planter, does so, and Kaija with a great play there, able to prevent this plant, goes for the second, takes down Johnny. 1 player left to find, and it is going to be Lubo. And Kaija just holding off this plant on his own here as Lubo goes down finally by Kaija. Great play from him as he managed to take down all 3 players and hold that B site alone.
Well, that was very well played there from Hippo. A little bit sloppy of Luboshman to just try and get that frag. I mean, he didn't have much options left, but I think he should have been a little more strategic in his approach. Anyway, getting back into this round, H2k only having 2 players left as eSuba go on a rampage again. And, well, it's only Hippo left and Arvid. Arvid taking his position there on the bins at the A-bomb. Just ready and waiting for somebody to get on over, and he is going to get some company. And wow, nice reflex there. CDE didn't even know what happened here, but Paradox and Lubishmir, the old guys of the gang, with a quick 1-2 there, finished the round off 8-4 at halftime for H2k, and well, it's looking like I'm getting my wish. If H2k continues to play like this, we are going to get a 3rd map, and that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, but it could be due to the fact of the size it started on. I mean, we just quickly look at the scoreboards before already up. Sinde on top with 14 frags, Replan with 11, Kaija on 8, Arvid with 8, and Almost with 8, so spread quite evenly. Of course, the eSuba side slightly lower, and that reflects in the score really. But it's going to be interesting to see if H2k can keep up this momentum. They are now on what's deemed the sort of slightly weaker side, but if the SMGs pull the finger out and are able to cause some damage, it's really going to cause a struggle for eSuba. But Paradox picks up the first frag of the round, taking down Almost, and that's going to be almost a sigh of relief from them, as they're now with the advantage and going to be able to sit up on these bomb sites and really get a hold and a firm defense. And it looks like Sinde just going to go for the lineup before he throws any nade. He's just going to wait for any signs that there is a player there. And there's actually 2 players just sitting in B. But at the moment, it's H2k who find themselves going down. Kaija just going for the tags towards Sexax, who his mid-shot, but doesn't pick up anything. And it looks like now H2k are going to start to make their way in towards A, but Lubo just going to stop them immediately as he takes down Arvid. Gianni with a second on the Sinde. Kaija able to take down one, taking down Gianni, but Sexax from the mid-shops, or front A, was able to finish Kaija before he got his little rampage off. And the first round of this side, let's go to eSuba.
Well, and apparently Sinde is telling us that the replan tactic didn't really work as planned. So I'm guessing they're going for another tactic. As Lubishmir opens the score with a nade on Arvid. Sexas does follow up on Kaijo. Beautiful double frag there from Johnny. Sick nade there on the replan at the back of Calf. And eSuba is on a killing spree right here as they score. I think it was a team ace. Yeah, and it is now 8-6. But it's still in favor of H2k, but eSuba is crawling closer and closer.
Yeah, and from what I've seen so far on this side from eSuba, they're just seeming so dominant on this defensive side. H2k just stuck in every single position, and because of that, I really can't see them doing too well on this side. As Sexax picks up a great frag there across the map onto Kaiju with the AK, and he's just going to play that mid-shops, turn around, actually goes for the spray through the wall, taking up almost 1 or 2 bullets, but not able to do any more than that. But that's just going to cause a bit of grief for him, but they're going to know exactly where he is, and Sexax will find himself getting wall-banged any moment now. And at the moment, H2k, 2 men down, but Replan evens it up, so it's now 3v3, and H2k starting to push towards a B site, and Arvid actually picking up Sexax. He's focused too much towards those B guys, and because of that turns his back and gets taken down almost immediately. And H2k now just starting to change where they want to go, starting to change the focus towards A, but as he does that, CDE with a nice little sneaky push there through Link. And now it's 2v2, and if H2k can actually take down Lubo in A, they might be able to do something, but that player is still at Link, and they haven't taken care of that, and because of that, CDE just unable free reign with that Deagle towards front A. And it looks like Lubo actually has already pushed out all the way around A, so H2k should be able to get the bomb down, but the nade has came out from Lubo. Will it land? It does land on the bomb, but it's just the wrong side, so that's not actually going to pick up replan. And now eSuba have to try and work together, Lubo and CDE, to try and get this bomb defused, but CDE just going in all gung-ho, and he gets taken down, and almost immediately after, Lubo gets shut down, and a strong hold there from H2k in the end, and a nice little rotate towards A.
And, well, we have to mention very well played there from Arvid, aka Tones. He really played well there. His positioning was perfect, and his sight was absolutely magnificent there. And, well, that gives another round on the board there for H2k. They really needed it. They pretty much lost the entire momentum. They were up so much in the first half, and now it seems that eSuba was crawling back very slowly, but just picking round for round back, and, well, the momentum kind of has broken now. Replan here. First frag on Johnny. Beautiful headshot with that M4A3 sniper rifle. Let's see. Let's take a little peek at him. Replan now. The bomb carrier is still in the near the spawn side, making his way slowly towards that A side. Hoping to get a sneak peek at Paradox, but Paradox is nowhere to be found. He did spot him there, going up into that sniper building. Beautiful shot there. Paradox getting down here by Replan. Almost did the follow-up on CDA. Nate getting thrown over Calf. And a heavy push now going on Arvid there with the SMG frag on Lubersmith. Sexas there making a double frag, so it's now a 1v1. It's Replan versus Sexas. Bomb has been planted. Now it's Sexas's job to take the carrier down and defuse that bomb. And he is so close, he can almost smell him. Well played there, Sexas saving the day. Picking up the SMG from the opponent and getting the defuse. So another round on the board. Yeah, for eSuba, I should say. It is now 9-7.
I wish you had seen what Sex was doing before that. He was playing it so patiently, just lying behind the wall outside of Garage, just waiting there for a player to push. And as soon as he did that, he caught him completely off guard. And from there, he was able to pick up 2 more frags and get the bomb defused as well. So absolutely phenomenal play coming out of Sexax, and again he's able to get a kill, but in return he's shut down from Replan, and it's 3v3. And what was interesting about the last round was the fact of how slow it had gone. We was like a minute or so in, and there was still 4 players up for either side, which has not really been seen in this map or this matchup so far, in fact, as it's been generally quite quick. But now Johnny finds himself alone. There is a sniper Replan trying to pick off his head, but he's unable to see him at the moment. Does get the tag with the SMG, and his teammate should just come in now to try and help him out. But the bomb is down on the right side of A, but Replan with a nice little push with that SMG is going to take down Jenny, and that's going to be another round on the board for H2k. And they've got to win 3 more rounds for them to be able to take this map.
The rounds are going tit for tat right now. I mean, H2k picks up around, eSuba picks up 1, H2k picks up 1, so it's still anybody's game. 10-7 is not really a massive deficit here. 3 rounds only. And, well, Lubashmir now opening up with a nade on Sinde. So, a quick man advantage here for eSuba, who have 1 man going towards it. Sexas, who is at the B link near the mid shops there. He has 2 players in mid shop. Beautiful shot there from Paradox, and beautiful +10 there, taking down Hippo and Replan. Tick 1-2 here. Paradox still is one of the best scopes in this game. Johnny here with the AK frag on almost, leaving only Arvid against a full eSuba lineup. So I hope. No ways incoming. It's Lubashmir with the AK taking him down, making it a team ace for eSuba, and still it's only a difference of 2 rounds, 10-8.
Yeah, and what I want to do just quickly is follow Gianni, who is currently... Oh, never mind. Caster's cars. He gets down fast, and Sunday picks up another frag straight away, taking down Lubo. So, players going down fast as it stands at the moment. Six shortly replying, getting a kill onto Sunday, and things have slowed down slightly now as H2k are starting to push towards A site, and there is a player already in A. And let's just see who that is. I can't be quite sure, but Kaiju is going to push onto the site now. 2 players left up for eSuba, 3 for H2k. The bomb is going to start to go down now as Kaiju is planting. And let's just have a look now. Paradox is crossing mid-street with that Deagle. Just as he looks away, almost is going to pick up that frag. And now CDE pushing strong with that SMG. Does throw out some shots towards almost, but isn't able to get that tagged. And he's going to get tagged up through the wall now as he's pushed into front A. There is going to be a player rotating as well. And CDE actually managed to get that frag. Great shots from him, but to no avail as Arvid is prepared for him. And CDE finds himself dead. And that's going to mean it's going to be 11-8 to H2k.
Only 2 more rounds to go for H2k to get us to a decider 3rd map, which is going to be one of the most iconic maps of Call of Duty 4, which is going to be Crash. But Sexas thinks otherwise there with a double frag on Arvid and Sinde. Another plus 10 on the board. Sexas with his 3rd frag on Hippo. But unfortunately it's going to end there as almost takes him down. Replan in the meantime has taken on CDE as well. So let's take a little peek at Replan. He is going back towards the spawn area. There is a player of eSuba in those mid shops there. It is going to be Johnny. Almost. Let's take a little peek. 3-on-2 in favor of eSuba right now. And still there's a player in that mid shop just peeking around. Still Johnny just having a little peek. Nobody knows where the bomb's going. But according to us, it's going towards B. There we go. Lubashmir taking down almost. Replan last man standing. Does manage to take down 1. Does take down 2. Paradox now last man standing. 1v1 here. It's both the scopes, both with the AKs going for it. And Paradox with a beautiful anticipation there, taking down Replan. That was very unlucky, but well played from Replan.
Yeah, unlucky attempt there from Replan. Did well to do what exactly he did. But Paradox was wise to it and prepared for him. And because of that, he was taken down shortly after trying to push through A. So at the moment, this map can go any way. There's only 2 rounds in it as it stands at the moment. And if eSuba win 1 or 2 more rounds, H2k are going to find themselves panicking. As if they lose this map, they will lose the series and eSuba will take the win. But as it stands at the moment, it looks like H2k have just been a bit of split and picking. The bomb is over towards A. There's a couple of players just pushing over towards B just to see if they can get anything. Of course, if they do pick, they will start then to rotate towards a bomb site and make their way towards it. So things are extremely slow at the moment. Celitex actually finds himself sitting on the sidelines as he's the only player dead at the moment for eSuba. And let's just have a look what's going on around the map. Shots coming out from almost towards lower B, but didn't actually tag anything. CDE actually staying ever so patient just outside of B, waiting for any push that comes that way. And it looks like that's exactly what all of these eSuba players are doing. All of them playing extremely patient, just waiting for H2k to make the first move and then utilise that by shooting them when pretty much they're caught off guard. But almost just pushing aggressively mid-street, gets a lovely shot there onto CDE with the AK top flower. But Lubo onto Arvid, and quickly as that, H2k find themselves a man down as almost goes for the shots through the bin, but it seems the shots don't want to go through the bin. Asinde pushes onto and kills Gianni, but Lubo from Double Palms is just going to pick up that frag. And that's going to be 11-10, and eSuba getting ever closer to taking this map.
Well, it's still anybody's map at this point. 11-10, only 1 round difference, and I don't think this map has been so close since it started. There's always been a round or two difference, and now it's getting closer and closer to the end. And well, the players are. You can almost feel the tension on the map here. As now H2k have a 4-2 advantage, and they got a 4-1 as Paradox is now last man standing for eSuba. Deagle in hand bravely goes in towards that statue, but gets taken out here. And 12-10, so now it's map point for H2k. But can they finish?
Yeah, eSuba going to have to win 2 rounds in a row, which will final off this map, and then we will go to a best of 3. But Sinde picks up the first frag. Paradox with a lovely shot there on the cross onto Arvid, but another nade comes out from H2k. At the moment, it's definitely tit for tat as players just going down left, right, and centre. Sexax with a nice little AK frag onto Sinde. And now it's H2k who find themselves that 1 man less. And let's see if they can actually do anything about it, as they need to win this round to take the map. But they are the team who's at the advantage here. And Sexax picks up the frag onto Almost, and now he's going to be left down to Replan as he tags it up. Sexax, and he's still got the AK, got the bomb at the front of mid shops. Expecting the player to push B shops, but no one's there as of yet. The player at front A is probably going to catch him off guard, but it doesn't matter because Sexax just holding strong at the front of that spawn house, and he's just clearing up.
Well, taking a look at the scoreboard, we've got Replan here on 23 frags, top fragging for H2k, followed by Sinde on 19 and almost on 16. And top fragging for the eSuba side is going to be Sexaz, followed by Luberschmier and Johnny with 18 and 19 kills respectively. Paradox there with a double frag on Epo and Arvid. Paradox now going huge. As I say that, he gets deagled down by Replan. Thank you. Texas going, still standing strong where he ended last round by killing people. And he got almost. CDE follows up on a Replan. So Sinde last man standing, and they know exactly where he is. A lot of spam going through the ceiling there. Let's see what Sinde can do in a 1v3. Like I said, there's still a player right on top of him. And CDE isn't planning on going anywhere. So let's see. They are going to meet very shortly. This is going to be very interesting. They all know where he is. He's just using some spam through the wall, but to no avail, as it is now a draw. It's 12-12, so which basically means we are going into MR3 overtime.
Yep, and H2k, you could probably say they threw it away. 8-4 up and was able to hold their own on the other side after they switched, but still couldn't just see it out in the end, which of course led eSuba, let them in really, and able to bring it back, resulting in that 12-12. So H2k going to probably be a little bit disappointed, but they're going to try and go as hard as possible now to try and take this map and then go on to a third, and then obviously try and win that. But while we have got a little bit of downtime just before we do start this MR3, we have had quite a few more followers, so I'm just going to try and go through them all. Sorry if I miss anyone's name, but we have got Maxonia 12321, we've got Nux, Zetrax 13, Education, Davidson 1788, Dedecanon, I guess it is, Gaspel, Convoy Trucker 69, and Echo Games TV, as well as Twitcher. Oh, we got another one as well, just as I'm calling these out, but what's that? Gift Attacker, Captain Fail Aim, and Apple Venom. So thank you everyone who has followed tonight. It really is appreciated. We love the fact that there are currently between 400 and 450 people watching some live COD 4 action tonight. It really is appreciated. And remember, if you do want to be notified when we do go live, you can follow the Twitch channel just by clicking that little follow button in the bottom left, as well as following the Twitter account if you do use Twitter. It's just an easy way to be notified, and that is at CG Europe.
It's always good to see that a lot of people are still very interested in seeing the CG ladders streamed. It basically means COD 4 is not entirely dead, as most people are saying, so it's always a good thing. And again, Gaz already said it, but thank you all guys for following us and watching the stream and making it worth our while as well. We appreciate it very much. Well, going into the game right now, we are in MR3, which basically means that the normal round score has ended in 12-12, and basically now the first 2-4 rounds wins. Unless it is a 3-3 at the end of the MR3, that basically means that we're going to go into a second overtime. So that's basically how this works for people who don't know it. Lubashmir, last man standing here for eSuba. H2k looking pretty strong here in the beginning of this overtime. And Hippo is the man who takes down Lubashmir. H2k only losing one man in that round, and they have the advantage 1-0.
Yeah, and this is the side, of course, they did do better on in normal time, winning it 8-4. So this is going to be their favoured side, of course. If they're able to shut out eSuba as much as possible, it's going to really put them in good stead to try and take this map when they are on the attacking side. And it starts off well for them at the moment, as it is Arvid who is able to pick up that grenade kill onto Lubo, who is a sniper as well. So that takes off quite a lot of pressure for those players peeking in those areas where the sniper is usually an issue. And H2k just getting ever so aggressive as Arvid picks up his second kill of the round, taking down... Oh, sorry, Paradox, who's a sniper. That's my bad, saying that Lubo was. I apologise. But the bomb has gone down, which probably shouldn't... H2k probably shouldn't have let happen. But Arvid with his third of the round, taking down Zexax, which means he's going to be left down to CDE and Johnny, the two boys who were from Cyborg Factory. And Johnny going for the pre-fire through the smoke, but not getting the tag. So Sinde picks up the kill onto CDE. Johnny now, last man alive. 20 seconds left on the clock. H2k pushing toward it. Going to try and get the defuse. Wow, Johnny running into the wall, but Replan picked up the frag in the end. A team kill did come out there from Sinde onto Replan, but it doesn't matter. Two of them left up, and they are going to get this bomb defused. And yeah, still a strong start here for H2k on this defensive side.
Well, that's the team spirit. Sinde wanted the frag, didn't get it. Replan took it, so Sinde takes him out. So he gets the frag in the end. That was very nice, very teamy of him. Anyway, slow round this time. No early nade frags, which is very disappointing. Usually we enjoy seeing people blown up in the beginning of the round. But this time it is not going to happen. Let's see where the bomb is going. We have Paradox as the Eternal Bomb Carrier once again, which is taking a little peek at that B sniper house. Doesn't see anything. And a cheeky late nade there from Replan takes down Lubashmir. And it is now a two-man push on that A side and a two-man push on the B side. Texas does take down Replan, so the scope is down for H2k, which is a good sign, as Paradox is still alive, and he's showing it. But Arvid there with a double frag. Paradox takes Arvid down, but Cindy is there to reply. Johnny, last man standing in that mid shop, just running around deagling, and picks up the SMG. Let's see where he's going. He kind of forgot the bomb apparently, but
he kept running to go towards it.
He was trying to go for the sniper house, got taken out. 3-0 here in the first half of overtime.
Yep, so, perfect start for H2k.
Pretty much.
And what was quite funny actually, yeah, Johnny there trying to pick up the bomb. He kept running towards it and running away, obviously trying to get it as quick as possible so he didn't get shot. And I think he must have tried at least 3 or 4 times there trying to pick up the bomb and missed it. So a bit embarrassing for him. His team was probably laughing as well on TeamSpeak. But because of that, they're going to find themselves 3-0 down at the moment. So H2k firmly in the driving seat, but now they have switched sides, which means they're going to be on the less favoured side. and it's going to be interesting to see if H2k can pull anything out, as just one round on this side will really put them into a good chance, so they're not going to want to lose that advantage. And Arvid looks like he's going to be the team leading, the player leading his team to victory, as he picks up 2 frags, taking down Paradox and Sexax, the 2 players who are generally the damage dealers for eSuba. And Jenny also getting tagged up, but he doesn't fall, so he's going to be pretty happy with that. Lubo taken down by Kaija, so now it is 2v2 as 2v1 has almost picked up CDE. Janny all alone is going to go the shots, picking up Kaija, so now it's 1v1, and almost, if he clutches this, will win this map and will take it to a third, and almost actually spots Janny, and now decides to duck out as Janny just tries to go for the little clip and jump above it, but isn't able to get any of the shots off. And now he's just going to slowly make his way around Statue, just trying to bait out almost in case he tries to come out, and almost just had to go get the bomb. And he's going to look back towards A, does see Gianni at the front of A. Will he be able to get the shots off on him as he sees him peek across the wall? No tags as of yet, and there's only 25 seconds left on the clock. Almost has to try and make this frag or get the bomb down, or both, of course, if he gets the bomb down first. So now he's going to make his way towards front A. Gianni still inside, and he would have probably just missed almost pushing across. He gets the tags, and now Gianni just playing for time as he's just trying to bait almost around the Statue, and he looks like he's doing a good job so far. It almost jumps around, but Gianni shuts him down. Quite a funny round in the end, but it was eSuba who were able to clutch that.
Oh, that was pretty epic in the end. It was a pretty climactic ending, and unfortunately it didn't work out for almost. As now Replan does open the score on 6, as they only need one more round to clutch the victory on this map. And well, Replan is opening with a with the right intent, taking down Sexaz. 1-man advantage here for H2k. Paradox now firing off some scope shots of his own. Epo does take down Luperschmeer. So it's looking very good here for H2k. CDE does do something back. Johnny there with a +10. Almost at a +15. Arvid takes him down. Sinde follows up on CDE. Now Paradox, as a lot of the times, last man standing in a 1v2. Just missing the player there in the B shot. Unlucky that bomb going towards that A side. Arvid being very careful there. Trying to get a peek at Paradox. Paradox just sitting behind the bin, just waiting for the cross to come through. That wasn't really... Oh, beautiful shot. Unlucky for the smoke that didn't fall the way it should have. But Sinde clutches the round as well and gives the map to H2k. Is 16-13 the victory on this map for H2k. So we are going to a third and final map, which is going to be Crash.
Yep, and your little prediction was right. We are going to the third map, so we will get the maximum out of this game. So H2k ended up clutching it in the end. Not quite as convincing as eSuba's first map of City Streets, who obviously took that 13-5. H2k winning the second map strike after going 4-1 in overtime. So now they're going to find themselves fighting for this match on Crash, and it looks like they're not going to be too fussed about which side they go. They're just going to pick a side and roll with it.
But be honest, if you see two names as H2k and eSuba battling it out on the COD fields, the only thing you want is for the match to just take as long as it can take. You just want a best of 3. I'm not saying you want 20 overtimes, but at least you want 3 maps to go almost all the way. That's the most perfect scenario for 2 of these top tier teams, and well, that's what makes it so nice. I mean, COD is so random. I mean, first map goes very convincingly towards eSuba with 13-5. The second map, they are struggling to keep up with H2k on strike. In the end, they managed to get a draw out, and then all of a sudden they're so convincing in the overtime, taking that with relative ease 4-1, and now we're here on strike.
Crash.
Where
you
crash.
through it.
Sorry, yeah, I was still in with my mind in the last map. I am so sorry. I screwed up. Fail.
It's
This
okay.
is-
We all messed up every now
yeah,
and
but
again.
this is going on YouTube, I'm afraid. So sorry, guys, for that big mistake. I was looking at the chopper and I thought, hey, strike. That's not good.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
say
boy.
I can't say I've looked at the chopper and thought strike. I definitely mess up calls sometimes.
Yeah, well, my mind works in mysterious ways, my friend. I'm Dutch, so
Yeah,
my mindset is really odd.
that's true. I can't say I've ever met a sane Dutch person.
Thank you for the vote of confidence.
You're welcome. Just now make sure you take your pills.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we'll be getting underway in this map soon. It is only left on the casters to ready up.
Oh!
And there we go. So, looks like we're going to be getting underway pretty soon on this crash map. Do you want to take it away?
No, I'll let you do the honors.
Okay, thank you very much. You roll a cigarette while
Yeah,
I
good
talk.
idea.
Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is follow it off with the attack inside. Sinde with a strong push onto A so far, and he's the bomb carrier as well. And Flash has been pushed into bottom A, and he's taken down by Janny, who aggressively pushes out into middle A. And at the moment, it's one man down a piece, two men down a piece now, as both Arvid and Lubo go down, and H2k is still going to be trying to push into this A side. Of course, the bomb has been left in there, so they pretty much have no choice at the moment. They're just going to have to work together to try and get into this site. I think there's two players around A. One on Wooden in the form of Paradox, but he gets down from Kaija's AK from the hip fire. He's going to push towards top A now and just see if he can spot any out of position eSuba player. There is a player. Oh, and he actually spots his foot. Kaija with that kill onto CDE. And now Sexax finds himself all alone. And Kaija starts to push down towards the bomb. It looks like Sexax may have just looked away, but he's going to throw out some shots towards that bomb. Not going to get the tag, and the bomb has gone down. So unfortunate play there from Sexax. But now he's going to have to make his way towards this bomb. Almost just setting up behind the back of A. Pushing towards that Wooden, and it might be... Never mind, as almost takes him down. Just unfortunate timing there from Sexax, which means it is going to be H2k to take this first round. And of course, they are on attack on Crash.
Well, H2k is still feeling pretty confident about their pretty decent win in the overtime on Strike on the last map. We are now on Crash, so now I have my facts straight. The scopes are doing pretty decently. It's replanning with the first frag on Johnny, but Paradox immediately follows up with a kill on a replan. So some scope on scope action there. Lubushmere there with a double headshot on almost an Hippo, and I'm not going to call aimbot. Sorry, I'm not going to do it.
I think you sort of did.
Lubushmere is still a very powerful player, always been a very stable player as well, and he's still showing he still has the moves to give us some sexy cut for. CDE has had a frag of his own on Sinde, which leaves Arvid as the last man standing. And make that last man lying down, because he's having a lot of fun there, just watching the grass grow, apparently.
This is interesting play.
Yeah, he's taking it very slowly, and there's some fun in the chat saying that he's pretty much AFK. And he sees a lot of players, but he doesn't land a single shot. He's not even firing a single shot. Now he's silently making his way towards that bomb, but Sexas was at spawn just taking a peek and taking him down at the A bomb, making it all squared again. 1-1.
Yeah, and the fact he was laid down at the back of A for the majority of that round was pretty interesting. He didn't really want to make a move. He wanted to try and wait for the perfect time, but eSuba get a strong start to this round as both CDE and Paradox picking up frags onto Replan and Arvid. So H2k gonna find their scope already down. Kaiju also getting tagged up, but it's almost who picks up the frag, and Sinde immediately after her as well. So now it's 3v3 and H2k starting to push towards that B site, although there is a player inside of Hardware, but he's taken down by his teammate. Great play there from Kaija, and now it looks like they've stalled their B push quite a bit, but there is a player just sitting on top of sandbags in the form of Paradox with the sniper, and he's just waiting now for H2k to try and push this B site. And Sinde tagged up by the Deagle of Lubo, but he's taken down as he peeks out towards the front of A. So now Paradox finds himself alone once again for eSuba. Goes for the shot as almost jumps across. Doesn't pick up the frag. Will he get the second? No, he won't. Misses that frag as well. And he's going to be pushed on now by H2k. There is a player just below him. And there we go. Sinde picks up that frag in the end. And that's going to be 2-1 to H2k.
I've said it a couple of times before. The most funniest thing about Call 4 snipers is that usually the most impossible shots they make and the most easiest frags they miss. Yeah. And Paradox is no different. I mean, the shot on A mid there was one of the easiest shots he's had all day, but that's the one he just missed. And, well, that just proves my point here. Now H2k going all out here on that A side. 2 frags already to the good. Johnny and Luberschmeyer have bitten the dust. And CDE now does something back. Takes down almost. But Replan is there with the revenge frag here on Sexaz. Replan with a double frag here. Takes on CDE with a nade. And Paradox again, as in most cases, is the last man standing. And he is going kamikaze there. The beautiful shot there. Taking a shot there on Hippo. Does hear somebody in that A got. Takes him down with a deagle. That's 2. Only needs 2 more to go. Try to pick up a gun there. He has the SMG. But in the end, it's Arvid on A mid that takes him down. Unlucky there for Paradox. Did take 2 men down with him. But in the end, the round is going to go to H2k. They are now in the lead 3-1.
Yeah, and I'm just actually going to take it away with Paradox. A few people in the chat wanting to see a sniper, so let's just see what he can do. It's the rest of his team who are doing all the work at the moment, actually, as it is going to be Lubo and Sexax both picking up a kill. And it looks like Paradox is just going to be playing that regular role of sandbags, just watching towards blue, watching towards bottom A, just really trying to cover his teammates. And he's going to spot a player top A, but he's tagged up by him. And Paradox, I guess he's a little bit struck by that as the shot just came out of nowhere. And now he's just going for the spam into blue, hopefully picking up the frag of that player who just tagged him up, but little does he know he dropped out, and now it's just going to be a little snipe battle, between Replan and Paradox, but in the end it's his teammate who gets that kill, and now it is going to be Kaija left alone down B long, and there we go, Paradox finally getting a kill in this round, down B long with that sniper, and that's a strong round from eSuba.
I believe that was a team ace for eSuba, and well, that's another way to get around on the board. Not losing any players in the entire round. Pretty impressive there. Well, this game is still not played. These 2 teams are pretty evenly matched, even though it didn't seem like it on the first map. And now it's H2k on a rampage again. Sexa is the only eSuba player to actually get a kill. He gets his second. Still has to ace this round to make something happen. Going back towards the spawn building. There's 3 players to find. One is pretty close by. He does get attack on B alley. But almost is there with a headshot. Takes him down. And that's another round on board for H2k.
Yeah, so when eSuba look like they're going to be coming back and maybe starting to pull it ahead with strong rounds, H2k reply pretty much straight away, which is good, of course, for them. They don't want to find themselves starting to fall behind, as we've seen what eSuba can do on city streets. And as it stands, H2k just going to be pushing towards his A site as Kaija almost pick up frags So that's going to put him in good stead now to try and get into there. The bomb is still in blue. Arby pushing into back A, taking down Lubo, and immediately Paradox straight after. So now it's going to be Sexax who finds himself alone, and I say that quite a lot, but it's at the moment as it's 1v4 and he's getting tagged up from A. He's going to start to push towards it, but there's also players everywhere, and Arvid with the last frag of that round, killing Sexax, and very good push there from H2k, getting the kills and then working the way in.
Yeah, this was really Arvid's round, yeah, with 3 or 4 frags in that round. I wasn't really paying attention. I saw he had 3. But that's just about it. Now he starts the round off here on Sexaz with the SMG frag. Sexaz with a dead man's nade takes on Cinday. And Arvid just keeps continuing his onslaught. Takes on Paradox with the SMG. Johnny there with the reply frag. Arvid's killing spree is finally over. Now CDE is on a rampage. Double frag here. Almost last man standing for H2k. Does manage to take CDE down, so it's not going to be more than a double kill for CDE. And now it's a 1v1. It's almost versus Johnny. The bomb is loose in that B alley. It's a bit of an awkward spot to be in. And I'm guessing almost is going to go for the frag. He does find him, but his deagle skills are a little bit too slow for Johnny's SMG. Johnny takes him down and a 5-3, but still a 2-round lead for H2k.
Yeah, always probably going to struggle there with a deagle against an SMG. Of course, SMGs are known for their dominance in short range, so you expect that. Nothing out of the ordinary. And at the moment, H2k just looking for a site to utilise. We actually see Cinday already pushed up in A. Let's see what he's going to do as he finds himself alone. He's going to get taken down by Gianni as the Super have just stormed the A site. And at the moment, H2k aren't able to do anything. 2 of them find themselves stuck in blue. And one's going to get down with a great wall shot there from CDE with the AK as Kaija finds himself dead. Replan able to get a kill, but is it too late? That's the question. Yes, it is, as Sexax picks that up in the end, and good round from eSuba again.
The convincing rounds of eSuba mostly means they only lose 1 man, or they actually get team aces. Let's take a little peek at the scoreboard in the meantime, shall we? We've got almost top fragging for H2k, 9 frags already, followed by Arvid and Replan both on 7. And top fragging for eSuba is going to be Sexaz on a 9, followed by 3 players on 6 frags, respectively, being CDE, Johnny, and Paradox. And now it's H2k opening the rounds with a double nade frag. Replan with a nade and almost with a nade. Lupusmere does reply. Replan has been taken out of the equation. Now it's Hippo with a nade on CDE and almost does the follow-up here on Johnny. Lupusmere, last man standing, gets tagged up pretty heavily. And Arvid is the man who takes him down, giving a 2-round advantage once again to H2k.
Yeah, and these rounds just... It's hard to call at the moment. Like, I couldn't say right now H2k are going to win or eSuba are going to win. They just seem to be going on where the nade kills, I guess, come from, or just the initial fire. And at the moment, H2k haven't committed to a bomb site yet. There are a few players just sitting around blue. There is a CDE. CDE has actually pushed up to that fridge, and he's just going to be sitting down there. And I think Kaija kind of knows this as he's just looking towards that direction. And he's going to find himself, yeah, there we go. CDE picking him down. Bad timing from Kaija. Not going to be too happy with that. Almost considered left up for H2k. And they push down B long, yet the bomb is still up by blue. So that's going to be a bit of a struggle to try and get that. CDE is spotted by Cinday. Deagle shots do come out, but nothing comes of that as every shot misses. And Cinday got to be careful now, because if he focuses too much on CDE, he will find himself pushed on by another player. And almost just sitting in ever so patiently, but can he afford to do that with 45 seconds left on the clock? The bomb only just around the corner, but it looks like eSuba just got this middle area locked down. Lubo's going to be the player to cover this B site with the SMG. And let's see if Cinday can actually make anything happen from this B site. Almost actually picks up a frag onto CDE, and it was the player who was behind the fridge. So Gianni on wooden stairs of A, and Lubo on B, and Lubo actually spots Sinde, gets a tag. Sinde jumps out, but Lubo's the winner of that little battle, and now almost alone, pushing down B long with the AK, but it looks like Lubo might be able to clinch this as he's just got the SMG in a strong position, almost knows where he is, can see him below the car, but Lubo just going to peek out as he goes for the plant, and that's going to be 6-5, and it's so close to being a draw at halftime.
Well played, eSuba, especially well played to the old guy in the group, Luboshmir. And I say old with the utmost respect because I am a elderly man. And, well, but this guy has been around for so long, he knows the plays, he really knows them. And it looks like eSuba wants to draw this halftime. They're going pretty heavily on it. A 5-man lineup still, and a replan last man standing here.
Wow.
As he gets blown up by a car. And that's another team ace for eSuba. Getting the halftime score at 6-6, and that's, well, pretty impressive.
Yeah, very close first half. H2k found themselves ahead in most of that, but in the end find themselves going in at halftime all even. But during that sort of half, we did have a few more followers, so we'll just personally thank each and every one of you. Heroic Meat 24, that's interesting name there. Thanks for following. Karks, OPOP, Methix, please, Cesian, Mben, Siggy 333, Rdub 1981, Ninjo TV, Kenny 1337R, Bratoski and Wizard. Thank you everybody for following, and because you followed, I'm going to ready up and hopefully we'll get the second half done, but it seems that other players have unreadied, so fantastic.
Yeah, guys, thanks a lot for following the channels, and it gives us a lot of satisfaction to see that so many people tonight alone have been following the channel. It's lovely to see, and it gives us, it warms our hearts as well, because that's what we also do it for. I mean, we love to bring you these games, and yeah, basically, I don't know if I can say this on stream, but we actually want to go full retard for you guys. We actually love that you came in such large numbers to spectate this game, and that's cool for us as well as casters, because that's what we're doing it for. And, well, again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all.
He's got a tear in his eye right about now.
Yeah, lovely speech. I'm almost crying.
I'm pretty sure you are crying. You're just hiding it very well.
Yeah, almost. Almost. Sorry.
Well, yeah, he's a player for H2k. Okay, I'm not going to make that joke. But we have got started into the second half, and a lot of players have fell. We only have 2 up for each side. Sexx, CDE, Almost, and Kaiser. And at the moment, it's H2k who are in the lead, with CDE being the last man standing for eSuba. He was tagged up, but so was Kaija. Almost is going to be ready to pick him off, and down he goes. But for clarification, I guess, for people in chat, the lineups are as follows: Sinde, Almost, Replan, Tones, and Hippo for H2k. And of course, CDE, Paradox, Johnny, Lubo Schmier, sorry, and Sexx for, for eSuba.
And, well, I said almost his name a lot, but that was no pun intended. I'm sorry for that. That was not part of the plan. Anyway, eSuba starting out strong in this round. Sexx with the opening car bomb frag on Ovid. Johnny with a double frag, then nade on Hippo, and he takes Sinde down with that SMG. CDE follows up, and Sexx with the deagle frag on Almost. And that's the 4th team ace of eSuba in this map alone. So eSuba looking to get a win out of this game. They are looking very strong, very strong.
Yeah, when they win a round, they win it with a force left up and
in style.
Yeah, and because of that, I mean, I guess it just depends on whether H2k get the initial picks on eSuba. If they do that, then eSuba tend to slow down, and they don't sort of have that aggression that they do when they have the team aces, because every time there's been a team ace, it's been a pretty strong push out of eSuba. But at the moment, it has slowed down simply because both Gianni and Sinde have gone down. H2k have a setup on this A site. Looks like no one's going to be able to break into there. but eSuba have actually pushed down towards B. 3 players down there. Sexus finds himself on top hardware. Bomb carrier is also down B long. And it looks like they're going to opt for that B push. And it looks like Paradox actually gets a frag onto Almost with a headshot. Does actually spot the other sniper as well as he throws out a shot towards him. Doesn't get anything. Can Will Paradox pick up this frag as Sexax takes down Kaija and CDE takes advantage of Replan while he's focusing on Paradox. Great teamwork from them. And finally finishing it off with Sexax onto Arbid. And a good round there from eSuba. Was that another team ace?
I believe it was another team ace indeed. And, well, eSuba now in the lead, 8-7, and they are looking very strong to actually take a win on this map. Lubashmir just clarifying my point, opening with a nade on Arvid. Sinde does a nade of his own, takes on Johnny. So that's 1-1 in nades in this round. Paradox getting tagged up a little bit here. Let's see, the round slowing down pretty much now. Again, there's a massive B push going here from eSuba. And this is something I said a couple of weeks ago when we did Crash as well. I mean, most teams always go for that A bomb, but we had a team from America a few years back called Pandemic. And those guys actually surprised a Dutch team, and I believe that was the last resort back then. Yeah. They were massively surprised by the massive B push that Pandemic used to do. And, well, that kind of introduced the massive B push as well to the European scene. And, well, it seems that eSuba is still trying to get that tactic back into play a little bit. Unfortunately, it failed this round. So H2k picks up a round again and makes it all squared again. It's now 8-8.
Yeah, and after going 1-1 in maps and then this one going so close, it's been an extremely close match so far between these two sides. Probably a lot closer than what I thought. It's about as close as you can get. It's going to be interesting to see if any of these teams can just pull away on these sides. But as it stands at the moment, it is going to be Replan to pick up the first frag of this round. eSuba not really opting for a bomb site as of yet. Paradox pushing down B long. It's going to be Kaija who spots him. Will Paradox be able to get the frag? Goes for the clip shot with the sniper. Doesn't pick up the frag. Gets a tag in the end, but doesn't take him down as Kaija's tagged up extremely heavily. He's gone into a defensive position. Actually sees Paradox behind the block, but doesn't notice. And because of that, Paradox able to get away, and now Kaija on the back foot on the B side. There are two players watching it for H2k, and Paradox picks up the frag on.
Oh my god, what
Arvid, I just want to see what he's going to be doing with the sniper. Knows there is a player towards that B site, looking towards there. It is going to be Almost, but doesn't see anything. And it's Paradox who actually has the bomb, which is an interesting decision to give the sniper the bomb. But I guess when you're planting, you're going to want as many SMGs and AKs covering that plant as possible. And of course, sometimes when you're in a nitty-gritty position, the scope isn't going to be too good. And great shots there coming out from Almost as Paradox tries to peek towards Almost and get the kill, but doesn't. And Cinder is ready for Lubo to push up top, mid-A. And because of that, it was a great round there from H2k to clinch it back in the end.
Yeah, that was very well played, and Sunday just hanging on the balcony, just waiting for somebody to just come up there. Beautiful +10 opening nade there from Lubashmir, Almost and Sunday both biting the dust. Arvid does reply on Lubashmir, so his killing spree has come to an end. Arvid, however, is on a killing spree of his own, taking 2 frags in this round. Johnny, in the meantime, has taken down Hippo, so it's a 3-on-2 still in favor of eSuba. And now Johnny getting tagged up very heavily. Beautiful shot there from Sexas. And Sexas continues his spree, takes down Arvid. 9-9, and it's still all squared, and it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, Replan actually looked at Sexax then, but Sexax was just able to pick up the frag because, you know, Replan didn't even notice he'd seen him. So a little bit of a mistake there coming out from him, resulting in an easy round for eSuba as CyberGamer was able to pick up the second frag. But Kaija, so far, holding this B alley, making sure none of the eSuba players are able to push down. Meanwhile, his team doing a bit of work as CDE is killed. Smoke is down B long. Kaija not able to see anything, and he's just going to back off. And he's just going to make sure that he holds his B site for his team, because if he goes down, a massive hole's created and players are going to be able to move. And it looked like I'd actually seen CyberGamer pushing down B long there, but it wasn't him who we tried to shoot. It was Paradox, who is the sniper, and Kaija tagging him up again, and Paradox ever so tagged. And CyberGamer and Paradox both working together to try and push down this B side. Paradox missing his shot, so Kaiji's able to pick up that. Now, CyberGamer all alone with the AK, looking towards B-Link. No one's pushing it as of yet. Two players around hardware. One player B-Long shooting, who's trying to bait out. CyberGamer does so, but CyberGamer is too quick on that. Sinde at the top of hardware is able to pick up the easy frag in the end. And that's going to be another round on the board for H2k. And H2k in a decent position.
And finally, they have the lead again. They had the lead for a large amount of this map. Well, it slipped away a little bit, and finally they have it back. And now it looks like they are taking the utmost advantage of it, as Replan opens the score. Almost an Arvid follow-up with both one frag on Paradox and Lubashmir. Johnny does something in reply, takes on Arvid. But the Replan there with the cheeky late nade, taking down Johnny and almost finishing off the round, taking down CDE. And unlucky it wasn't. It almost was a team ace, but unlucky one of them died. But 11-9, so now there's a 2-round lead for H2k.
Yeah, and it's looking like the biggest sort of advantage they've had so far after winning quite a few rounds in a row, and it's looking strong for them. eSuba gotta try and come up with something, hatch up a plan, because of course if they do lose this, they will lose the series after being 1-0 up on maps and almost taking the second map as well after going to overtime. So they're gonna have to try and do something, but both Replan and Kaija picking up a frag. Paradox and CDE fall, so it's going to be left down to Lubo. And of course, if H2k do win this round, it will then be map point as well as match point. So Lubo going to have to try and go ham here for his team. He's got 3 players left to find. They're not quite sure where he is at the moment, but as soon as he does take a player out, he will be called out. And there we go. So he managed to take down Kaija, but he's going to be called out now. He's going to push down towards B-Long to try and get this bomb. There is a player just waiting down there for him. Lubo probably can expect that. Does so. Takes him down. Down goes Replan. So now it is a 1v1. It's almost v Lubo, and will almost be able to stop Lubo being able to get this bomb down or even killing him. He's just got to be careful now, as there's 34 seconds left on the clock. Lubo has the bomb in hand, almost has opted to go towards the A bomb, and he's got to be careful not to second guess himself here, expecting Lubo to go to A. And now Lubo starts to make his way towards A, making sounds. So Almost is going to know exactly where he is. Lubo not sure where Almost is, so Almost might be able to have the element of surprise here. The bomb starts to go down. Almost expects a fake, thinking that Lubo might know where he is, and if Almost just sits tight here, he will get the kill. There we go. Lubo caught slipping, looking the other way, and fantastic round there from Almost in the end. Lubo wasn't quite sure where he was. It was a great idea for Almost to get towards A, and in the end, H2k end up clinching that round, and it's now map and match point.
Oh, that was a very impressive round there. And too bad. Lubishmir had the good idea just by throwing that smoke on B alley just to try and confuse Almost, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So now it is match point here for H2k. But eSuba still don't want to give this up. eSuba now with triple frags all over the place.
Look at this place from Replan.
In quick succession here.
Look what Replan's doing.
Let's take a peek at Replan, no?
Oh, he was literally lying down B alley, looking into the wall while all the eSuba players are pushing past him.
Oh, that was pretty unlucky.
Interesting position. Yeah, it was unfortunate. The player who was planting the bomb was just too quick to turn around, and because of that, he ended up getting killed. But the nades are coming strong out of eSuba, and because of that, they was able to win that round. So H2k really going to have to be careful of that, as they are only 2 rounds ahead. So it's not all done for them yet. Jenny actually got a strong push onto B side, and it looks like that's the site eSuba are going to opt to go for, as Jenny's going to come around the corner. But it's Almost who wins that little gun battle. Sorry, and now it's looking still even. It's 3-3. eSuba just been called in chat that it's going to be the end, but I don't think so. Maybe it will now, as it's only going to be Sexax alive, but this is the player that has been playing exceptionally well for eSuba, and he's able to pick up that kill, turns around, gets a second as replan falls, and now he's got to try and find Sinde, but the bomb is at the top of B long. He's going to bait out the sound, and now he's going to jump. He does actually spot him, and he does take him down. Fantastic round there from Sexax in a 3v1. Phenomenal play to keep his team in it, and now it is 12-11.
Oh my god, that was slash god mode on for Sexas. Wow, what? Wow. Yeah, wow. That's, yeah. And that doesn't happen a lot, trust me. I'm not speechless a lot, but this time I was. That was some amazing play from Sexas then. No wonder he got picked up by eSuba. The man's a beast. I mean, wow. And this game still isn't played. We are still looking at a possible draw here, which in turn means we're going into an overtime again. But I am walking ahead of myself right now, but eSuba is going epic in these last couple of rounds. It's Lubashmir and CD opening up the scores here, but almost a replan following up with 2 kills of their own. So now it's a 3-on-3, and this could possibly be the last round. But Sexas with that deagle on the B alley thinks otherwise. He's just keeping an eye on that helicopter, waiting for Arnold Schwarzenegger to scream that they have to run for the chopper. And it's not going to happen in this round, apparently. Lubashmir now taking down a replan. And it is almost, last man standing. Can he save this round for H2k? And can he clutch the win here?
Explosives planted.
He has 3 players to take down and a bomb to defuse. He spots one on the roof, but unlucky it's Sexas, who is really the man of the hour in this game with 25 frags, who takes him out. And yet again, we are in a draw, which means overtime.
Yeah, and it was that clutch from Sexax that's actually got him into that position now. He's going to be absolutely buzzing after that clutch, and after winning that round, eSuba went on to win the last one, and because of that, it's 12-12 and ever so close. Such a good round, and supposedly people are saying switch scene. The scene's been switched in XSplit, sorry. And I think everyone has actually maybe just missed that clutch play. Yeah, they did. So, Cheesy, if you could please make sure you have the proper scene on. It is stuck on the loading screen at the moment, which is unfortunate. And
yeah, that was pretty unlucky. We missed one of the most epic moments of this game.
It's alright. Someone will make a frag movie.
Yeah, they are all recording, so... This is definitely going into a Sexas frag movie incoming. Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Just talking to all the ex still maybe movie makers who are out there, or maybe some possible new guys here. Sexas could really use a frag movie. He has made a couple of massive frags in this game, so. If anybody wants to, I'm guessing Sexas is always willing to give up some demos, and we're going to see a massive new frag movie incoming. That's what I'm guessing.
Such a shame that was screen was up while that play was being played. But,
yeah, that's pretty unlucky. But I also have no idea what actually happened.
What happened where? Sorry, like in terms of the stream has gone onto the spinning logo screen.
We're being accused of being corrupted shoutcasters. We turned off the stream when Sexas was toggling.
Yeah,
apparently.
That's what we need to do. So
yeah, sorry.
Hopefully, forgive us for that.
We got paid for that. That's part of the deal. I'm sorry.
I heard it come out of some of the money that Huncho had given to them. So fantastic.
Yeah, Huncho is gladly giving out money, so he paid us to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, won't happen again.
Hopefully, the casting still kept you up to date on what was going on. But it is now the first round of overtime. Of course, eSuba able to bring it down after being 12-10 down. And as it stands at the moment, it looks like H2k are going strong in this round as Lubo's going to push down Kaija, but Kaija's not going to see that as Lubo is already looking at him. So Kaija gets down almost with a hipfire from the AK onto Janny. Janny just backing off, going to sloop around. Nice little play from him as now it's Replan on his own, and Lubo with a great little SMG shot there onto Replan. Means it's going to be Subaru take the first round.
Yeah, well, the momentum was at H2K side, but now it seems that it has turned to eSuba. I mean, Sexas's plays in the last couple of rounds really inspired eSuba to get back on top. I mean, they were on the brink of getting eliminated on this map and losing the game, but thanks to a very persistent Sexas, they are still in this, and well, they are now looking pretty good here as Luberschmier has taken down 2. And Arvid does reply on CDE. CDE not being the luckiest of players in this entire game, but Luberschmier following up here, 3rd frag of the round. He is still standing strong as it is now Replan and Hippo as the last 2 players standing for H2K. And that's pretty nice that both scopes are still alive. So make that one scope still alive as Paradox has taken down a Replan. Now it's all up to Hippo. He picks up the SMG, needs to plant that bomb, and has 2 players to contend with. And there comes Paradox's nade right on time. Paradox taking him out. And a 2-0 lead in this overtime for eSuba. And, well, to be honest, it's looking very good for them.
Yeah, it is. What was the score for H2K on this side before the half-time? Like, from the start? Was it 8-4 or...?
On this map, you mean?
Yeah.
It was 6-6 at half-time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point, actually.
Was a draw.
So, eSuba find themselves at the lead 2-0 at the moment, and if they can go in to half-time at 3-0, H2K going to find it hard to come back, but it seems that H2K just holding on as Sunday takes down Paradox. It looks like the bomb might now go down as there is a player making his way into bottom 8, pushing up the lower stairs. No, he's not. He's gone into the very bottom, and he's pushed and caught off guard as Sunday takes down CDE. So now Sexax is the last man standing for eSuba, and he's just going to push into the bottom of A. There's still 28 seconds left on the clock, so a bit of time to play with, but he's still got to be careful. There is a player just around that corner that he just looked at, but it's almost on the chopper who finishes him off, and thankfully for H2K, they was able to get that round and going to go into half-time at 2-1.
So this game still is not over yet. It's still 3 rounds to be played, and well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We are getting into the second half of this overtime, and now we have H2K on the defending side. I am going to try and spectate. And let's see, let's go with Replan. Let's see if he can get some early scope shots off. No, he cannot. He does shoot at the red car at spawn, but misses the shot. Tries to peek that B alley. Is eSuba going for that B push once again? It seems that they are not. As well, Paradox still has the bomb. Paradox is the, like I said in the last map, Paradox is the eternal bomb carrier here for eSuba. And, well, it seems to be working. eSuba now with a quick triple frag. Sexas with a double, and Johnny in the meantime has taken on Arvid as well. But now H2K, and especially almost strikes back with a double kill of his own. And the Replan in the meantime has taken on Sexas with that deal. So the most important, I can't call him the MVP, especially on this map. Sexas has been downed. Yeah, almost going on the rampage here. 3rd frag of the round. Takes down Lubersmeer. Paradox now, last man standing. Scope in hand. Picks up the SMG. Has that bomb. Is looking at that mid-A area. Trying to rotate towards B. There is still a player at B, and he gets spotted by Almost, who gets a quadra kill in this game. 4 frags in 1 round. And, well, it's back to 2-2.
Yeah, good round there from H2k, exactly what they needed. Put it back to 2-2, so it's all even now, sort of like a little clean slate here. Of course, if this just goes to 3-3, we will reset the MR3 and then we will go to another overtime. We're going to just have a look at what Paradox is doing, who is the scope in a push towards the A side. Of course, Paradox is the resident bomb carrier for this eSuba side, and he sees his teammate actually CDE get taken down in front of his eyes, and he's going to push into A now with the sniper looking towards sandbags, but doesn't actually see anything as of yet. There is a player at the bottom of sandbags, but he hasn't been seen. And great nade! Oh, sorry, great nade. Terrible nade coming out of Refund as he takes down his teammate, almost tagging up Paradox from the chopper and finishing it off by killing him with that AK. And that's going to be now the advantage to H2k. And let's see now if they are able to put this game to bed, something they should have previously before overtime even happened.
Yeah, thanks to an on-fire Sexaz, eSuba got back into the round and managed to drag out this overtime, but now it is only 1 more round for H2k. Can they close it up in this round? We are still ready and waiting to see. At this point, it's eSuba with a 1-man lead. It's 4 versus 3, and there goes that massive B push again. It's CDE who takes down Sinde. But Arvid does reply. Sexaz has been down, and again, it's Replan with a cheeky late nade there that takes down Paradox, making it a 2-on-2. The bomb has been planted, so the H2k players make their way towards that bomb. Nice they try the jump again to get him on the roof, which fills twice. So now they have to make a plan and they have to go for it. There goes the jump. And CDE with a double kill there, saving the day for eSuba. So it's now 3-3, which means we are going into a second overtime.
Yeah, again, H2k not able to see the game out, and this could really be their undoing if eSuba are able to utilise at least one of these MR3s. If they can just pull away and get the lead, then of course they will take the map. And H2k should have probably won this a little while ago, but they allowed Sexax to clutch that 3v1, which unfortunately wasn't seen by the majority of the stream. Well, saying all the stream because of the screen up. So we do apologise for that. But yeah, Sexax was able to clutch that 3v1. And because of that, his team went on to win the next round, which pulled it to 12-12. So H2k just going to have to get a bit more clinical with their finishing, just try and see these rounds out, because that's twice now they should have won and they're just not able to do it.
Apparently some people don't really like my LoL reference in COD 4, but it's practically the same. So that doesn't really matter. I know there's a guy just trolling in the chat, and Marcel, I love you too, mate. Don't worry, it's all good. So, if I want to use the quadra kill, it sounds nicer than full frag.
Well, if you was a console player, you would say 4-piece.
4-piece.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I could try to say 4-piece.
No, don't do that. I think you'll piss off PC players even more.
Yeah, well, can't have that now, can we?
No.
I already pissed them off enough with my quadra kill.
Yeah, and if you want to go LoL references, it looks like H2k are going to go for this bottom lane, not going to opt for the mid, as we just see now Sexax in the brush, just waiting to pounce. And I'm going to stop with the LoL references now, because I don't even like the game.
Oh, well played, sir, well played.
You can carry on, no more LoL references.
Yeah, no more LoL references, so, yeah.
Quadra kill! That's how she says it.
We still have no early frag, so well, there goes the first support.
Oh god, no.
Seriously, it's Hippo now with a double frag, clutching this round a little bit for H2k. Lubishmare has taken on Almost in the meantime. Jumping off, it jumps into a mid there, taking down Sexaz. Sunday follows up on CDE. Paradox last man standing and last man lying down as a replan takes him out. And the advantage is again for H2k, or 1-0.
Yeah, I feel if H2k are able to come out of this one 2-1 ahead, I think that might be game, set and match, just from the way H2k have been playing. But the final side is 1-0 up at the moment. Of course, the previous overtime they did go in at 2-1 down, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can change that up a little bit and go in as the winners at the half time and then see what they can do after that. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, as it is still only the second round and 2 players down for H2k, but that's the same for eSuba now as Jenny falls to the sniper of Replan. And H2k still haven't committed to a site yet, are just waiting for those clinical picks so they can start to push towards a site, knowing they've got the advantage. And the shots are coming across the map as it is Kaija who's tagged up heavily. Great shots there coming out of Almost with the AK, and there is a player in hardware, and oh, it looks like Replan is going to get that frag with the SMG, so the B side's going to be completely open now, and it's going to be Lubo on A who's going to find himself needing to rotate, as it is going to be the bomb that's going to go down there, and it looks like he's found the drop. He seemed to want to go back A, but instead he's going to have to go through mid, which probably isn't going to be the best option, as there is a player at hardware. And wow, Lubo actually picks up a fantastic Deagle kill onto Almost with the headshot in the end, going for the second Deagle kill, tagging up Kaija, but he chose to peek again, and that's probably a bit too cocky on behalf of Lubo, and in the end it is Kaija to pick him off with the AK.
2-0 lead here for H2k, and they are in the same spot they were in the first overtime. They have a 2-0 lead, but they have to go for it. They have to build on that 2-0 lead they have right now, and it seems that they can just not finish it. They have had a lot of opportunities to actually win the map and win the game, but they can't finish at this point. As of now, it was a 3-on-3. No, it's a 2-on-2 as Paradox naded Hippo. Almost has took down CDE. Cinda now with the kill on Paradox, and it's now a 2v1. But the one man in question is still the man on fire. It was Sexas. He gets taken down by Almost, who anticipated a really good in this round. 3-0 at halftime, and well, like I said in the first overtime, they only need one more round to win the game.
Yeah, I feel they're going to be able to get it as well. If you just look at the scoreboard ever so quickly, Sexax and Gianni actually not got a kill yet in this overtime, so they're going to really have to step it up if they're going to want to stand a chance of taking this overtime, or at least evening it out. Overall, though, H2k frags pretty even in this overtime. So it's going to be interesting now to see if H2k can finally see it out. I think they should be able to. 3-0 up, they should really be able to put it away.
I kind of wanted to say maybe you could see a double bond, but that's not happening in overtime, unfortunately. So, sorry guys, not happening. Anyway, still one more round to go for H2k, but can they finish on it? Johnny opens the score with the SMG frag on Arvid. The Arvid himself with a dead man's nade on Paradox. TDE replies, taking down Hippo. 4-on-3 in favor of eSuba. Sexas taking down a replan, so the scope is down. Both scopes are down. Cindy has taken down Johnny, and now Almost is the last man standing after CDE has taken down Cindy. Almost still in this game. He does manage to take down CDE, but Luberschmer is the one to take him down. And the first round in the second overtime on the board for eSuba. And it seems that the curse of not finishing is still on H2k's side.
Yeah, and from the chat, ST Brian just predicted 4-1, and at the moment that is possible, as it was eSuba winning that first round bringing the score to 3-1. And H2k actually getting off to a fairly decent start, losing one player, but he wasn't able to make that two as he takes down Janny, and he has spotted a player on the ramp at spawn, but he's decided to back off, of course, only with the deagle in hand. Isn't going to be able to do too much with that, and eventually it's eSuba who's going to be only 2 men up as Lubo and CDE, and Lubo getting tackled by the deagle of Sinde. Doesn't actually fall, but it is going to be 2 of those players now pushing down B Long, and is H2k going to react fast enough to stop this happening? It is CD who's dropped the bomb just to make sure if he is killed, that bomb isn't going to be visible by the H2k side, because if that is the case, it is going to be struggles, and it is. There we go, Replan finishing it off in the end. H2k finally see it out. Replan with that little double kill at the end, and it's going to be H2k who take this series overall.
Well, we were hoping and we were expecting a good game, and we got a good game. We got 3 overtimes in total, and we have a nice winner in H2k. I want to say well played to both teams. GG to H2k for taking the win here, 2-1 in maps, and well, that's it for us for tonight as of game-wise.
Yep.
Well, we had a lot of fun. Especially, at least I did. I
Yep.
hope you did as well.
Nope, I hated every moment.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm slowly. I was going to bring out a gruesome reference, but I'm not going to do that.
Right, that's lovely. We're going to do T next week.
I'm extremely happy. But the biggest thanks I want to give to is everyone who has joined us tonight. It really is appreciated. We've got more followers. So let's just reel them out. We've got Dallas, very interesting name there. Cod4 Lala, I quite like that. Bit of Teletubbies reference. Doesn't go amiss. We've got Psycha. We've got Cotty Jex. I tell you what, I swear people are just coming up with harder names for me to pronounce. It's getting pretty difficult, but we got an easy one next. It is the Hidden Kid. We've got Gemmers. We've got Junty, Leflox, Inky Stars, Escarox, King 071994. Fantastic array of numbers there, and DSTZ. Thank you to all of those people who have followed, and of course thanks to everyone who's followed so far. And of course, if you do want to be notified when we go live, you can follow the channel. There is a little purple follow button in the bottom left, unless of course you have add-ons and maybe it's some other colour. But by clicking that, you'll be notified by email when we go live. And there is a Twitter account you can follow as well. That is at CG Europe.
Indeed, so now we've got that out of the way. I'm guessing it's time for us to say goodbye for this evening. Again, I want to thank all the viewers who tuned in tonight and hopefully enjoyed this spectacular game just as much as we did. I know I had a lot of fun and I saw a great game here. And, well, if you click that follow button, you'll be doing us a favor as well. And yourself as well, because on the next CGI game we are going to broadcast, that's going to be, I think, this weekend, maybe sooner. But if you click that little follow button, you'll be notified immediately when we go live. So just do that. And guys, again, thank you all. I want to thank Gaz as well for a lovely cast. Again, I had a lot of fun.
Same to you, matey.
And thanks to our streamer as well for a nice stream. And guys, sorry for the little inconvenience, but it's still technology. Sometimes shit happens. It can't be helped. So I'm guessing there's going to be an upload for that epic clutch somewhere. So, or else just go spam 6000 Xfire. He'll understand. It's all good. Anyway, guys. Again, thanks all for watching, and well, it's for us. It's off to do something else, but we'll be happy to greet you on the next stream we are going to do. And until then, have a nice evening, and see you next time.
So long, motherfuckers!
Sound muted.
From across the room, I taste your energy. I see a light that I never knew. You are overtaking me, mesmerized, paralyzed. When your eyes find mine, that's when you leave me. Ocean eyes, the world drifts around me. Ocean full force.